Hey folks, no, I didn't forget that I already posted my TBR for September. I know that. But in September, I'll be prepping for an October readathon. Like I told you, I'm a little nuts. I just really love the focus of readathons and the self-produced list of this is how much I want to do. Um, Now, I don't always participate completely. Like with the Disneyathon, I wanted to read the 5 books for my team, and I did it, and then I was done. Went on to some other things, some books to review and things that I had gotten. Um, this one intrigued me, and I was going to take October off, and then I realized October is when my life starts to free up a little bit. Marching season will end in the middle of October, so Monday nights are completely empty after that. Thursday nights will maybe not be as busy or as often, but there will be no more football games, no more Saturday competitions. So I have all of this time now staring me in the face. So I found out. I went looking on Twitter for readathons. Somebody asks me how I find readathons all the time. I'm like, just look on Twitter. Find other book nerds. We share about them all the time. Um, Sorry for the noise. This one is called the Lotteryathon. They generated 20 prompts, and you have from the 1st of September to the last of September to create your TBR. Unlike a lot of other readathons that give you a set number of prompts, this one lets you decide what your goal is for the month. Now, my best month this year has been 17 books. That was the book trials with the amazing Rachel Murray. And my team leader was Becca in the books, and she's awesome. And don't anybody try to fight me on that because I'm right. But this one says, what do you think you can do? So it's literally a lottery. There were 20 prompts that were generated. That's what all of these little folded up note cards are here. There's a whole bunch of them. There's 20 of them in this little basket. You draw in 3 rounds. If you want to draw 3 rounds, the rules even say you're not stuck with 3 if you don't want to go with 3. But the first round, you're supposed to draw what you know you could finish in a month. You know for a fact, without even trying hard, you can read X number a month. The second round is you're pretty sure. You add the number. I'm pretty sure I could read both round 1 and round 2. Round 3 is, in a perfect world, if I make really good use of my time, I could read this many. So if you're like, I'm not a fast reader and my October is going to be crazy, so I'm going to do 3, 3, and 2, and I'm going to pick 8 for my TBR. That's great. Go for it. There is a team book that is picked, so I picked the numbers I'm drawing in each round accordingly, keeping in mind that there's that team book out there. The team book is called 10,000 Doors of January. I know nothing about it at this point in time. And I'll do a little bit more research as I get ready to put my actual TBR together, because what I'm doing here is not my TBR. I'm doing a live draw of my lottery. So you're going to see with me as I learn what my prompts are going to be for this TBR. So I'm going to draw them in 3 rounds. And at the end, I will know what prompts I'm dealing with to build my TBR for October. So I won't know my TBR yet, just what the prompts are. The trick is, after you draw for every round, you put all of the prompts back. So you can get the same prompt for more than 1 round. Now, there are some wiggle room in a couple of the prompts. One of the prompts is read a book with your favorite color on the cover. And they did say, if you get that one more than 1 round and you don't want to keep using up your favorite color, you can go with a second favorite. One of the books talks about reading, or one of the prompts is to read a book not set in your country, set someplace differently than where you live. And they did say, if you're a sci-fi fantasy person, fictional fantasy worlds count too, because you don't live there. So, which is a good thing for me, because I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I have my little note card set up. I've even color coded them. Round 1, round 2, and round 3. Round 1, I'm going to draw 6. Now, my best month ever was 17. So I'm going to try to duplicate that. I'm not going to get real carried away and try to do better than that. I'm just going to try to duplicate my best reading month. So I'm going to draw 6 in the first round, 5 in the second round, and 5 in the third. Now, normally when I do these videos, I don't wear the glasses because I hate the reflection off the screen. But I have to read the prompts and I have to be able to write them down. The nice thing is they're all numbered, so all I have to do is write down the number, so you don't have to sit here and watch me rewrite each prompt out, but you'll get to see live with me in real time what I'm reading, or at least the prompts that I'm fulfilling for the month of October. So I'm just going to reach in here randomly and draw one. I'm going to be honest with you, there's one prompt that is really detailed and I'm really hoping to avoid, but knowing I'm like, I'm going to get it, and this is probably it. Oh, this one's easy. Prompt number 13 says read a book in one sitting. I have a couple of authors I can do that with. I'm a big fan of Janet Ivanovich's work, and most of her books, if I free up a Saturday, I can start Saturday morning and go Saturday night and finish the one book. So this is book number 1 for round 1. Here we go for book number 2. A book between 460 and 501 pages. That's prompt number 5 on the original list. That one, I don't mind. Big books don't scare me. As a part of the book trials, I read which was like over 1,000, and I just read something for the Disneyathon that was really long too. And I have a couple going in September that are that long. So I have 2 here. Let me grab just one. This is number 3, in case you lost track. Book with 3 or less words in the title. That's going to be a piece of cake because I have some single word title books that I'm on the good. This is draw number 4 for you that are counting. Oh, this is what I didn't want. Luckily, you're allowed to redraw for certain prompts. So I may throw this one out, depending. I'm definitely going to throw it out if it shows up again. It is highest rating on Goodreads on my own TBR and 450 or less pages. So it has to be the highest rating on Goodreads. It has to be something I own, and I don't own a lot of course, I own things on my Kindle. I'd have to use that too. And 450 or less pages. Now, the pages thing isn't going to be an issue. It's going to be the high rating on Goodreads because I tend to read obscure things that not a lot of other people read. So we'll see how this goes. I may keep it just to challenge myself, but I'm definitely not doing it more than one round. All right, here's the next one. This is draw 5 for the first round. A book with your favorite color on the cover. In case you didn't know, I'm holding a red pen, wearing a red shirt. That's my favorite color, so that'll be that one. That's easy. Last draw for round 1. We have, the newest book from an author. You know what? I'm a big fan of reading books by authors that I've read before and keep track pretty carefully of their new stuff as it comes out. So that shouldn't be too hard to do. Janet Ivanovich has a couple. She has a new Fox and O'Hare series, one that just came out, and a new Stephanie Plum on the way. So she may help me with a few this month or in October. This is round 2, so I'm going to draw 5 here. I may get repeats from the first round. I may get completely new ones. So here's something. Let's take away to the bottom since I just dropped a whole bunch of new ones in. Number 14 says a book first published 10 years ago. And it's very specific. It's not at least 10 years ago or 10 years or more. It very specifically said a book first published 10 years ago. So that would be 2009. All right, here we go. I'm going to dig down deep again. Hopefully by digging to the bottom, I get different prompts. Oh, this one, number 3, says a female lead who is older than 17. Not hard. I read several authors who write with adult main characters. So I mentioned that I love sci-fi and fantasy. I also love murder mysteries. And a lot of those tend to involve female characters that are older than 17. This is the third draw, a book you chose by generating a number and counting down your shelf. So this is a random number generated thing. And then just count down your bookshelf. I may count down my Kindle shelf just because I've got a lot more on my Kindle that are TBR that I haven't read at all yet. And a lot of the ones I own, I've read before. So I'm trying to steer away from that. Although I do have some that I haven't read yet that I could line up and just count through until I get to the number. So that was prompt 3 for round 2. Here we go to prompt 4 for round 2. A book with green in the title or on the cover. That's prompt 7 from the master list. One more for round 2. And then we move on to round 3. This one, number 8. A book with war or aspects of war in it. That'll be a challenging one. That's not usually a genre I dive in too much, but my husband does. So he's my Tom Clancy, Clive Cussler, W.E.B. Griffin. He's that fan. So far, no duplicates. My guess is I'm probably going to get some here. There are 20 total prompts. I will be really shocked if I get completely separate, 16 completely separate prompts. That would be bizarre. I dropped one. I guess we'll carry over my taking and jump out of the basket. So here we go. I'm going to dig to the bottom again. I get to do another random generated one. This one came back up again in round 3. Wrong color. A book you choose by generating a number and counting down your shelf. So another random number. That'd be fun. I kind of intrigued. So the nice thing is, I said I might have to do my Kindle and then maybe not do my real books, but now I can do one of each. Kind of a neat idea. And this is draw number 2 for round 3. A female lead older than 17. Again, not a problem. I mentioned I like Janet Ivanovich. I also love Patricia Cornwell, and her main character is definitely over the age of 17. So yeah, that'll be easy. That'll be super easy. Let's pull this one. A book with 3 or less words in the title. Again, I have a lot of single title books, so I'm going to be fine. So far, everything in round 3 is a repeat. There are no new ones. So this is going to be fun. Let's go with this one. This is a book published in your birth month. You want to know what's really funny? This is crazy because October is my birth month, and the Lotteryathon is actually taking place in October. So a book published in my book month is also a book published in the month that we're doing the Lotteryathon, which is kind of weird. So that's prompt number 16. That's a new one. I haven't had that one before. One last draw, and then I've drawn for all 3 rounds. The newest book from an author. I did have that one in round 1, so that's another repeat. I only had 1 new draw in round 3. That's nuts. So what I'm going to do, since I have the right to do this, I am going to go redraw to get rid of prompt number 1. Like I said, I don't tend to read the heavy-hitting, oh my gosh, everybody loves this book kind of books. Especially not because I know one of the highest-rated books on Goodreads right now is, one of the highest-rated books on Goodreads, I dropped everything. One of the highest-rated books on Goodreads is Hunger Games. I've tried. I just can't believe that series. So, I don't know, I have to try to go that route. I do have access to that book. I own it right now, technically, because my daughter left it at my house. Alright, we're going to try to get rid of that book and see if we can find something else. So this is me trying to replace prompt number 1 from round 1 because I'm not a fan. We'll do this one again. Yeah, I can do this one again. I'm replacing prompt number 1, which is a book with the highest rating on Goodreads that you already own on your TBR, and it has less than 450 pages. I'm going to scratch that one away from round 1. I drew a book with green in the title or on the cover, which is prompt 7. So, to recap, I have a lot of repeats. My round 3 is almost entirely repeats, so everything I've done in round 3 is a prompt I've done in one of the other rounds with the exception of 1. So now that I know what my TBR prompts are, what my prompts are for my list for the month of October, the next step is to sit down, type this up into a list where they're all listed, because right now they're all just numbers on a card. Simple enough. The prompts were all numbered in the original list, so now I just need to get them put together in such a way that the actual prompts are there, not the numbers, and then pick my books and get my TBR video made. I have all of the month of September to do that, so I can get really picky about the books. It's not like I have to get it done quick, but I will also be participating in the Monster-a-thon readathon, which is 2, 4, the list is sitting right here in front of me, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 books and 3 short stories, I believe is what it is. If I want to read all 3 of the short stories from my team and the other 2. So I will be back later on in the month of September with my TBR for the Lotteryathon. Like I said, I participated in this simply because of the weirdness of how the prompts were generated. So we'll see what kind of a TBR I can come up with by doing things this way. So thanks for hanging out.